Yo, welcome back to Big Team. Welcome to NFL Week 1 recap. 1 minute. So we're going to be talking about each team for 1 minute. I'm going to do it in order from the game that started first to the latest game, which is Monday Night Football, in only a minute. So, why not hop into it? I only got 40 seconds. Lions 21, Chiefs 20. I was wrong about this game. However, there was no Kelsey. There's no Chris Jones. But that's all right. Jared Goff had a clean game. Amon-Ra had a great game. Josh Reynolds also had a great game. Jahmyr Gibbs, a lot of flashes from him. On the Chiefs side, Mahomes had a pretty clean game. That one interception was not really his fault. It's more Kadarius Toney's fault. But this is a huge win for the Lions. They did it away. And now they're going to be at home playing another good team in the Seahawks. They could look good. But hopefully you get Kelsey back because the receivers, dog shit. Running game, dog shit. I don't even know how they scored points. Bengals 3, Browns 24. What the fuck was this game? I had Joe Burrow in fantasy, man. What the fuck, man? But that's all right. Joe Burrow, 14 of 31, 82 yards. 82 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions. 82 yards, Joe Burrow. Okay. Joe Mixon didn't really do nothing. He did something, but nothing really. And receiving-wise, Jamar Chase led them with 5 catches for 39 yards. It's not something you're really excited about. Daxton Hill got an interception. A lot of potential there. On the Browns side, Deshaun Watson didn't play that great either. 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That was a horrible interception he threw. Nick Chubb with the carry. Deshaun Watson did have 45 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Receiving core was pretty solid. Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore did most of the heavy work. But a great job by the Browns defense in the front 7. Texans 9, Ravens 25. I got to hurry up because I'm running out of time. So CJ Stroud played a pretty solid first game in my opinion. No touchdowns, but no interceptions with 242 yards and 28 of 44. A solid percentage. I think around the 60%. Running game was awful. I don't know why Dameon Pierce didn't do a lot. He should have feasted. Nico Collins solid, Robert Woods solid, Tank Dell's had some action. This Texans team could be solid in the future. Will Anderson got his first sack. Lamar Jackson played like shit. Good completion percentage, 169 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. What the fuck? Rushing game was awful. J.K. Dobbins got injured. Zay Flowers looked amazing. Odell Beckham only 2 catches. Lamar, the Ravens are fine. There's no need to overreact, Their defense did what they were supposed to do. Their offense did enough. The Ravens should be fine. Buccaneers 20, Vikings 17. Upset alert. Let's take a look. Baker Mayfield, 21 of 34, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay, Baker, I see you. Rushing game was awful. Receiving game, Mike Evans, still great receiver. Godwin, solid. We did have an interception from Christian Eisen. Don't know who that is. Guy stepped up. Kirk Cousins, 33 of 44, 344 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not a bad game by any means, especially considering he got no rushing help at all. Thank you, Alexander Madison. But he had a lot of receiving help with Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, Jefferson. I think the Vikings are fine. I don't think they have anything to worry about. But they simply just got, weren't able to pull it away. They had more passing yards. They were pretty close to even on rushing yards. They had 150 more yards, They'll be fine. Panthers 10, Falcons 24. One of these teams had the win, and it was the Falcons. Bryce Young in his debut, 20 for 38, 146, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Not good, but it's about what you expect. Miles Sanders got huge work in this game. 18 carries, 72 yards, no touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard got some action. Receiving-wise, no help, to be honest. But, is it no help? Or is it no good quarterback play? But it's fine. Bryce Young, he's still got so much future ahead of him. It doesn't matter that he played like shit. It's about what you'd expect. It's his first NFL game. Stop overreacting. Desmond Ridder, 15 for 18, 115 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. I would love to see more, shots taken by Desmond Ridder. Jesse Bates with 2 interceptions. I can't forget that. He got a bag and he produced. But Desmond Ridder, not enough yards. If the Falcons want to win, he has to throw for more than 200 yards. Come on now. Cardinals 16, Commanders 20. A surprisingly close game. Josh Dobbs with a good completion percentage, 21 of 30, but only 132 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. James Conner didn't do a lot. Marquise Brown had a 29-yard rush. I must have missed this. I guess Red Zone didn't show it. But yeah, receiving, not much yards to go around. Zaven Collins had an interception on Sam Howell. You know, this is the year of Sam Howell. And how did he play? It's all right. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 200 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Can't forget about that. Brian Robinson with another horrible rushing average of 3 yards per carry. And, you know, it's about what you expect. Josh Dobbs did fumble the ball twice. However, they're very similar in yards. I think this is more on the Commanders being bad than the Cardinals being good, if that makes sense. And I do think that the Commanders will not even be in contention. Be in contention for anything, like I was saying. 31 Jags, 21 Colts. Whoa. Colts got surprisingly close to winning this game until the Jags pulled out in the fourth quarter. Colts were actually winning coming into the fourth quarter. But of course, Trevor Lawrence, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Solid game from Trevor Lawrence. Etienne, solid game. Calvin Ridley, amazing game. Zay Jones, amazing. Evan Ingram. The Jags are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. They continue to be. Richardson played a very good game for a first-year rookie. 24, 37, 223, a touchdown, an interception, 40 rushing yards, and another touchdown. Hit Michael Pittman Jr. 8 times for 97 yards and a touchdown. They looked good. There was that random fumble by Tank Bigsby that shouldn't have happened. But the Jaguars, you know, put up a lot of yards against what could be a pretty solid defense. The Colts, though, look pretty good. You know who didn't look good, though? The Steelers. One of the most overhyped teams coming into the year, lost 7-30 to the San Francisco 49ers. Kenny Pickett threw the ball 46 times, but only had 232 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions came early. I don't know why the ball was only ran 10 times. I guess they're scared of the 49ers defense, but Najee Harris had a 5.2 yards per carry. You got to run him more. Allen Robinson led him in receiving. Could he be solid? Who knows? But another solid game by Brock Purdy. 19 of 29, 220, 2 touchdowns. I'll give him his credit there. Talanoa Hufanga with an interception, and Shadarius Ward. Hufanga coming off that all-pro season. He's going to be good again. Ayuk, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey, 152 yards and a touchdown. You know, so many playmakers. 49ers, they're going to come into this year amazing. Worst game of the week, Titans 15, Saints 16. The Saints off to a 1-0 start. And honestly, they looked okay. Go to the Saints. 300 yards from Derek Carr, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You know, he hit Chris Olave a lot. He hit Rashid Shaheed a lot. Michael Thomas, is he back? I don't know. 3 interceptions for the Saints defense. 1 by Marcus May, 1 by Paulson Adebo, and Marshawn Lattimore, obviously their highest paid guy. Ryan Tannehill, 16 for 24, 198 yards, 3 interceptions. Not good. Derrick Henry did not get the ball enough. However, he did. 3rd in receiving for the Titans. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 for 65. He didn't have too bad of a day. You know, I think he might have some regrets, though, coming into the Titans after realizing how shit Ryan Tannehill is. Treylon Burks, 1 catch, 9 yards. They got to figure that out fast. They got to see if he's really the guy. Raiders 17, Broncos 16. A pretty solid game from both teams. You know, looking at each quarterback, Garoppolo 20 of 26, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Russell Wilson was much cleaner of a game. Great completion percentage, 177 yards, though, and 2 touchdowns. But simply, the Raiders were just able to pull out in the end. It looked like Garoppolo had a concussion, but he came back into the game. Josh Jacobs played like shit, it looks like. 19 carries, 48 yards. Come on, Josh. But you obviously got the workload. Jimmy Garoppolo with 9 carries for only 11 yards. Probably a lot of sacks there. Jacoby Myers, though, popped off. Cannot doubt that. You know who else popped off? Not really anyone on the Broncos receiving. Samaje Perine led them. That's not really what you want to see. But good for Samaje Perine. Kareem Jackson with the interception. Both of these teams are going to be better than they were last year, I'll tell you that. But by how much? Wait and see. Eagles 25, Patriots 20. A game that was way closer than I thought it was going to be because Jalen Hurts did not produce as much as I thought he would. It was 16-0 at the end of the first, but only 170 yards and a touchdown from Jalen Hurts with 37 rushing yards. Come on. But the receivers put in work. A.J. Brown, 79 yards. Devontae Smith, 47 and a touchdown, including a Darius Slay pick 6 to the house. But Mac Jones, pretty solid game from a guy who's being doubted right now. 35 of 54. He threw the ball 54 times for 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that 1 interception. Rushing game, no help. Ramondre Stevenson, Ezekiel Elliott combined for barely 50 yards on 20 carries. But Kendrick Bourne looked great. Ramondre Stevenson got involved. Hunter Henry looks great. You know, the Patriots, I think they're going to be better than a lot of people give them credit for this year. Rams 30, Seahawks 13. What happened? Well, I'll tell you. Look at the yardage. 426 yards from the Rams to the 180 of the Seahawks. They completely outpaced them in passing yards. Matthew Stafford's back. 334 yards. No touchdowns, though, but no interceptions. Cam Akers, 22 carries for 29 yards. A 1.3 average. Oh, my God. But he got a touchdown, though. The guy who I wanted to talk about the most, though, is Puka Nacua. Number 17 for the Rams. 10 catches, 119 yards. Okay, that's what you like to see. 119 yards from Tutu Atwell as well. You know, these guys are stepping up in way bigger of a way than anyone thought they would. But the Seahawks, not much to say. Geno Smith looking like classic Geno Smith. And by classic Geno Smith, I mean 2015 Geno Smith. 112 yards, 1 touchdown. Kenneth Walker didn't do much, but I think the Seahawks will be fine. Just give them time. Dolphins 36, Chargers 34. The Dolphins are the best team in the league. Look at Tua. 466 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. No rushing help at all. Tyreek Hill. 215 yards, 2 touchdowns on 11 catches. What? Jalen Waddle, 4 for 78. What? And then a lot of in between. Craycraft with a touchdown. Defense did not look good. Besides Kadarko, who looked okay. Chargers, 23 of 33, 229 and a touchdown for Herbert. A pretty clean game from him, but it wasn't enough. Eckler looking amazing, rushing and receiving. You know, 150 yards and a touchdown combined from him. Joshua Kelly, their backup running back, 16 for 91 and a touchdown. They look good as well. Chargers looked really good in this game offensively. Same with the Dolphins. Defensively, they both looked bad. But J.C. Jackson did have an interception. He's back. And I think the Chargers, you know, will be all right in the end. A team that I don't think will be all right in the end is the Chicago Bears. It's full panic mode. Chicago Bears, they actually matched them in a lot of yards, but lost by 18. Why is that? Well, Justin Fields, 24, 37, 216, 1 touchdown, 1 pick 6. So 2 touchdowns. You know, he did his classic running. Khalil Herbert didn't help out much. Roschon Johnson. The rushing game sucks besides Justin Fields. The receiving game, Chase Claypool sucks too. He's horrible. Darnell Mooney came to play though. But you know who else came to play? Jordan Love, 15 for 27, 225, 3 interceptions. Aaron Jones came to play. Led the team in receiving and rushing. There you go, Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns, 120 yards combined on 11 touches. Quay Walker with the pick 6. This is a very good game for the Packers. Even if they lose out here, they'll still have 2 wins against the Bears because they own them. I should have started with this game because there's not much to talk about. Dallas 40, Giants 0. I get to breathe for a second here after trying to fit in all that information in 1 minute. Dak Prescott didn't even have a good game, to be honest. 13 of 24, 143, but he didn't have to. Just a clean game. Pollard, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kavontae Turpin, 14 yards, touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 77 yards. Like, the Cowboys offense didn't have to do much because Bland, a pick. Stephon Gilmore, pick. Who got the touchdown? Igbenogany from the Dolphins. Daniel Jones only had 104 yards and 2 interceptions. And a fumble, I'm pretty sure. Barkley, not much you can do with 12 carries. Daniel Jones ran the ball a lot, but, I mean, hey. Darren Waller led with 36 yards. This is a game that they want to forget. Not even a sack either. Giants move on. An unfortunate game. Bills 16, Jets 22. Final game we're going to talk about for the day. I'm bummed out, man. I really am. You know, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I don't even like the Jets like that. But this Aaron Rodgers injury is so crushing, you know. The Jets finally got their quarterback, and it just doesn't look good. But Zach Wilson, the redemption, perhaps. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He didn't play great, but keep in mind, he was a backup coming into this year. So you can only give him so much hate. Breece Hall played amazing. Dalvin Cook played like shit. Garrett Wilson, great touchdown. Josh Allen played like absolute fucking dog shit. 4 turnovers from Josh Allen. James Cook, you know, he cooked a little bit. Not really. Stephon Diggs, classic Stephon Diggs. But, you know, oh yeah, before I forget, hold on. I'm gonna stop the timer. I'm actually gonna go over a minute. I'm sorry. But, who had the 3 interceptions? Jordan Whitehead, where is he? Jordan Whitehead, 3 interceptions. Have a day. Jermaine Johnson with a sack. You know, Xavier Gibson, the punt return touchdown. Amazing. Amazing stuff. You know, this is a great win for the Jets, even though they did not have Aaron Rodgers, which sucks. Hopefully, I don't know. There's no hopefully. He tore his Achilles. There's no coming back from that. I mean, he can come back next year. I'm talking this year, though. Looks like Zach Wilson's the guy for another year, which is good. I think he deserves another opportunity. However, we'll talk about it more in the record prediction videos. Both of those coming out on this lovely Wednesday. Thank y'all for watching. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you feel. How did your team do? And as always, take it easy.